Hi everyone, today's a very important day for us Gunpla community here in the UK. Why is that? Because today is the official grand opening of the Gundam Base here in London. Now, I'm on my way there now to actually see what it's like and see what's to offer. Now, I will be recording my journey and my thoughts and maybe some people's reactions and the general ambience of the store, and from there we'll discuss more about the store and any general things I had questions about, and from there we'll go from there and basically let's just have a good day. Hi everyone, I'm back from the Gundam Base, and I did buy a few bits and I will show them off in a second, but this little end part will be talking about the Gundam Base experience and also just generally what I got. So some of the things I bought were related to the Gundam TCG, which were the 2 structure decks for the Heroic Beginnings and a booster box, and I also got the dice, which were really lovely. And there was a promo going on where basically if you were to fill in a QR form, they would give you a poster for Gundam Wing, which I also got. So I will show you some of the kits I actually got from the Gundam Base, which are actually really nice. So I managed to grab my hands on this, which is the Gundam Base exclusive Luminous Crystal Unicorn High Grade, which is a kit I saw while I was in Japan. I never picked it up though, but now that it's here, I thought that I might as well grab one. So I actually quite like it. There are some negative things said about the high grade Unicorn Gundam, but then again, it's all things that can be easily fixed with some joint tightening and things like that. So this will be a fun kit to be put together. I will be building this in Luminous Crystal form, and I might have a review on it later down the line, maybe. But moving on, I also managed to grab my hands on the actual kit I was actually really looking forward to grabbing, which was this, the Real Grade 2.0 for the RX-78-2, but as you can see, it's the Gundam Base colors. And I really wanted to grab this kit when I saw it, and I was always thinking that I'd have to import it from Japan, but luckily, because this was actually a featured thing for the Gundam Base here in the UK, I managed to pick one up, and I am extremely happy to actually have one in hand. And that means that I will now have 2 actual Real Grade 2.0s, but the Real Grade 2.0 has always been literally my favorite Real Grade build ever, so I wouldn't mind actually putting together another one. So this is going to be a really fun kit to put together, and yeah, I will be putting it together at some point in the future, and I might drop a review for that one too. And lastly, I managed to grab this really cool thing, which is actually the silver coating version of the Master Grade Freedom. Now, I didn't particularly have any interest in the Master Grade Freedom before, and it wasn't something that really stood out to me, knowing I've got the MGEX Strike Freedom. So basically what happened was, while I was at the Gundam Base, they had one of these up on the shelves, and I saw that it was actually kind of really cool looking, and the more and more I looked at it, the more and more it like caught my eye. So as that went on, eventually I was like, yeah, this is really cool. It's got that same sort of metallic finish that kind of the Yakushiki Master Grade has, but in silver, so it looks absolutely amazing. And yeah, I decided to pick one up, and that was actually something that I didn't expect to buy, but I got it, and it was actually really nice. So those are the kits that I picked up from the Gundam Base. Obviously, they do have more exclusives while they're there, and they do offer a lot more things while you're down there. They also have some regular release stuff. A few new G-Quax kits as well. So they've got the Red Gundam and the Gelgoog when I went down there. But they had a lot of people coming down there, so you know the stock may vary depending on when you go, but then again it was a really cool place to go to. Now moving on, I will be talking more about my general experience about the Gundam Base now. So basically my thoughts on it are that, well, when I went there it was early. As I said, I was going really early to go to the Gundam Base because obviously it's something that a lot of people were interested in, and I wanted to beat the queues in a way. So I went with my group, which are the backloggers, and we basically were all waiting in line, and it was about 8 a.m, 9 a.m. that we went, and the Gundam Base itself opened at 10. So it really went to show just how much people love Gunpla here in the UK, because the queue just kept growing. And initially it was just one queue that stretched really long, and eventually they split into two queues. But that second queue wrapped around all the way through Camden Market, eventually leading all the way out where they had to make another queue where it was actually outside of the market itself. So the Gundam Base itself is a small location. That is very obvious from the actual look and things like that. But you shouldn't let that take away from the actual stuff they have inside, because they've managed to cram-pack the place full of really good stuff. Most of it is the Gundam Base exclusive stuff, but there is no problem with that whatsoever, because some of that stuff is really cool. And the displays shelves themselves were really cool. There was also a kind of statue of the Real Grade 2.0, the Gundam Base version, and it looked really nice. But then again, the area was a little bit cramped, so if you're there, make sure you know beforehand kind of what you're after, because sometimes it might be a little bit difficult to navigate through because of just how many people there are. But generally, if you go on like an off day or something like that, it might be a little bit easier to find what you're looking for, or to just have them time and space to kind of be able to explore more easily. And the staff there were really polite and really kind. They were really helpful as well. As I was in queue at one point and I saw something I wanted to grab, but I couldn't leave my spot, so I asked one of the staff members if they could reach it for me, and they were kindly able to offer me the experience that I wanted. They grabbed the bits that I needed, and they were also very informative, and generally the staff there were really nice. The location itself, Camden Market, pretty easy area to reach. The Gundam Base itself was located underneath Bandai's Cross Store, which is sort of like their Gachapon and Ichiban Kuji stuff, so it was pretty easy to find. Also, they do have little capsules around Camden which actually tell you the directions where the Gundam Base would be, and it was actually really nice. But generally, I actually really enjoyed my time there, and I'd actually really recommend, if you are in London or, you know, nearby, you genuinely should come round and pop in, just have a look, maybe buy a kit or two, or just something like even as small as dice. I mean, I bought some dice, and they actually, if you spent more than £50, they give you this really nice canvas bag, which actually says the Gundam Base World Tour for London. It was actually really nice. And yeah, generally I actually really like the actual Gundam Base. I will be going back there every month or so, because they are running a thing where if you go every month, you will get a little badge, just to show that you went during this month. And after the Gundam Base is done, nearing its end, they will be offering a special sort of reward for everyone who's collected every pin. So the Gundam Base is open from now until the 31st of March. So if you are planning to go, you have until then. But then again, that's plenty of time. And thank you so much for watching my video on the Gundam Base. I will really like to see more Gundam stuff here in the UK, and honestly this is an amazing step in the right direction. And yeah, I really am glad that I was able to go along with my friends as well, and I will be dropping more Gunpla stuff in future. And I thank you so much for watching this video, and you know, subscribe, like, comment. If you went to the Gundam Base, leave a comment, tell me what you got, or what time you went, how long you were waiting in queue, or something like that. And I will catch you guys in the next video, where I will be reviewing another Gundam kit. So that's all from me today, and I wish you guys a wonderful rest of your week, and bye.